I was watching YouTube the other day trying to find something good to watch, and a video popped up on my page titled Why I Play Old Minecraft. And so I decided to give it a watch, and one thing really stuck out to me. He sort of gave 5 big reasons why he likes playing older versions of Minecraft, and he kind of sold me on it. But one of them was simplicity. And it really got me thinking, why do I try to optimize Minecraft? Why do I try to make the modern version of Minecraft as beautiful as possible while forgetting about what Minecraft really is? Now, don't get me wrong, the modern version of the game is really cool. There's a bunch of cool stuff that they've added, a bunch of cool things you can explore, a bunch of different mods you can add to enhance your gameplay, customize it, add shaders, make it pretty. But it seems to me like no matter how many things I add, I always don't feel satisfied with the game. Like it's not enough. There's something missing. And I've realized that maybe it wasn't something that I needed to add, but maybe that it was something that I needed to take away. You see, this isn't just about Minecraft. Anytime I go through the internet or I'm doom scrolling or looking at videos of any kind really, I just see a bunch of short clips spliced together with bright colors and fancy transitions that try to seem as appealing as possible, but none of them are really actually interesting. They don't really have any substance. They just try to capture the viewer's attention as much as possible so that they can be monetized. And this isn't a criticism of AI slop or videos that are just to get views rather than being actual videos. It's about life, because I know that I'm not the only one who feels this way. Like, life doesn't have a whole lot of substance anymore. Like, interactions are meaningless and forced, and anything that we really get excited about ends up disappointing. And I don't think that it's just due to depression or doom scrolling. Although these play a big role in it, I think that it's because we're addicted to excitement. We've spent so much time just going through all of these videos, trying to find something that's awesome. And maybe we've done the same thing with our lives. We go through all the motions, waiting for the day that something cool is going to happen. And if you're anything like me, maybe you try to make something cool happen, and you just end up regretting that decision. We seem to have forgotten that it's not a crime to be bored. It's not a crime to not have anything you're anticipating, and just embrace a little simplicity. That's why I'm playing Minecraft Legacy Console Edition, because it's simple. There's not any necessity for anything more because it's complete. It relies on your creativity rather than a bunch of cool blocks and items and structures and shaders and awesomeness. It's awesome because of what you can do with it. And I think that a lot of games today have sort of lost that idea. And not just games, but everything. We've lost the determining factor of intelligence, which is creativity. We don't have creativity because we're too busy expecting to consume something. I know that when I was a little kid, my mom wouldn't hardly ever let me watch TV or play video games. And so I was forced to come up with my own ideas of ways to have fun. I came up with my own stories, and I played with Legos a lot, and I remember building a lot of really cool things out of them. And everyone always talks about nostalgia and how they were so much happier as a kid. And maybe it wasn't just because they were a kid, maybe it was because they had creativity. And I think today, a lot of us seem to have lost that. We've drowned it out in all of the content that we consume. And I'm not saying that content is bad, because I mean, this is literally a YouTube video. But what I'm getting at is that we should maybe spend less time consuming and more time producing. This is especially true if you're like me and you live in America. because here we don't produce hardly anything. We just rely on a lot of other countries and a lot of other peoples to give us our food, and we just pay for it with our big fancy American dollars. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just crazy, but I feel like there's a lot more peace in just making something, because it doesn't have to be something perfect, it doesn't have to be something gorgeous. You can just be proud that you made something, rather than, oh man, I was expecting more out of that video, or oh man, I was expecting more out of that relationship. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying that videos are bad or that relationships are bad, but what I'm saying is that we need to approach them from an angle of creativity. We need to approach them from an angle of building something rather than just taking something. And I'm not saying that all of the other things we do in life are just meaningless. I think that we just need to approach them a different way, because we approach everything we do with a sense of, what am I getting out of this, rather than what am I making of this. You know, we go and we work a job thinking, well, I'm going to get money out of this, rather than what good am I doing by doing this job? What am I doing for the world? And I think a lot of us would be a lot happier if we began to think that way. I feel like I have a lot more fun playing older versions of Minecraft, or just playing Minecraft to build a house a certain way, than I do playing the modern version of Minecraft with all my mods and shaders and voxy and all of the things that make the game really pretty, because true joy doesn't come from something being pretty. True joy comes from building things. And maybe that's not true for everyone, but I know that it's not only true for me. And I think if you're watching this video and you've made it this far in the video, you should really consider how you can think this way. Or maybe you can try thinking this way for a day and see if you're happier. Although I will say it'll probably take a lot longer than a day of thinking this way and not just consuming a bunch of bullshit before you feel happier overall. It's like overcoming an addiction. It takes a lot of time before you feel satisfied without having it. It'll take a lot of time of just producing rather than solely consuming before you feel satisfied with not consuming. And a lot of this is speculation, because I certainly have been consuming a lot lately and not just producing, not just making something of my life. But I'm trying to turn that around, and I'm also trying to share it with a few people so that you might also turn it around for yourself. I'm curious as to what you, the viewer of this video, thinks about this idea. So, if you have made it this far, I don't care if you like or subscribe, but I would appreciate it if you left a comment letting me know what you think about it, and if I'm onto something or if I'm on something, as well as whether you think it might be beneficial for you and or for me to make more videos like this, because this is something that I enjoy making. And I mean, it's not exactly very complex. I play Minecraft for a few minutes and then I make voiceovers of my thoughts over the top of the gameplay. But there's still a strange sense of joy that I feel like I get from knowing that I've created something meaningful, something valuable, and put it out there for other people to see. And I suppose I could see how it's kind of contradictory to look at, well, I'm sort of out here dogging on content and how we're just consuming all the time. And I suppose I should make it clear that I don't think we should stop consuming, because then we won't be gaining the value in other people's content and other people's ideas. I just think we need to stop consuming slop and start making something. I hope I left you with something to think about, and also that you get off your device for a little bit. Go out and be creative.